Yo, what's going on, my people? It's your big homie Crooks the Great, aka CTG, and I'm back at you guys with another banger of an Undisputed video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about how Steel City can fix the broken hooks that are in Undisputed right now. Now, if you guys have played this game competitively, whether it be online or offline, then you probably have figured out by now that Undisputed has broken hooks, man. They're completely busted. They're way too fast, they're way too overpowered, and it's really created this hook meta that really shouldn't be in the game. I mean, you're running into people that are using like Canelo, Terrence Crawford, Sugar Ray Robinson, amongst a lot of other fighters, and really just throwing 500 to 600 hooks in a fight. And that's not very realistic. You know, and if you're trying to go based off of a sim and trying to make the game as realistic as possible, guys aren't just coming out throwing 600 hooks in a fight. You know, they're setting the hooks up, not just coming out winging them all the time. So in this video, we're going to talk about ways that I think that Undisputed could adjust the hooks to make them more balanced and make the gameplay that much more better for it. Now, the first thing that I have is going to be extending the frames on the hook. Now, for those of you guys that don't know what frames are how long a move takes to play out and come back to stationary. So basically, you have a startup frame, you have startup frames, you have recovery frames, and you have like vulnerability frames in between all of that. But I don't really want to get into all of that meaty stuff because it can be a little bit confusing. Maybe I'll make a video on that in the future. But yeah, extending the frames on the hook is going to make the animation play out slower. It's going to probably increase the startup frames, which, like I said, is going to make the move slower and easily more reactable. And that's really what you want right now, because the hooks in the game, they're so damn fast that they're very, very hard to react to. They're very, very tough to kind of predict and to deal with if you do run into a hook spammer. So extending the frames out, I don't know how long the frames are for the hooks because Undisputed has not put out frame data for it, but I would imagine, let's say the frames are 10 frames long, maybe increasing it to 12 to 13 frames. That might be a little much, but maybe 11, 12, 13 frames, extending it out so that way it's a little bit more easily readable, and it's a little bit easier to react to, instead of right now the hooks being so damn fast that it's kind of difficult, especially with desync, to react to right now. So the second thing that I have in order to fix the broken hooks in the game is going to be fixing the hit stuns on the hooks. Now, this issue right here in terms of the stuns is really what creates the biggest problem right now with Undisputed, because that, coupled up with the speed, makes hooks ridiculously hard to have to deal with. And you guys have seen it. You guys have been in fights where, anytime you get close to your opponent, there's, especially if they're a Canelo player, they're spamming hooks to the body. And really what they're trying to do, and what makes that so successful, is they're getting that hit stun right now that's on hooks to keep you in place, so that way they can throw those 3-punch combinations with the same hand. And you guys have seen it. You guys have ran into Canelo players, Terrence Crawford players that literally throw hooks with the same hand over and over and over again. And what allows them to do that is, once they land the first hook, it stuns you and holds you in place and puts you at a frame disadvantage so that you can't move before your opponent throws the next strike. So if they land 2 hooks in a row, that third one is damn near almost guaranteed, because you're at a frame disadvantage and you can't move. So adjusting the hit stun on the hooks would really, really help with hook spamming and help it be a little bit more balanced, so that way people aren't just spamming hooks the entire time and getting these stuns and keeping you in place. Now, the third thing that I'm gonna have for you guys in order to fix the hook animation itself is going to be adding a stamina tax on repeated hooks. Now, right now in the game, people can throw 3, 4, 5 hooks in a row without ever changing speed. And that's really, really crazy. It's really, really ridiculous that people can repeatedly throw the same strike over and over and over again, and there's no punishment for it. And this is something that honestly the community talked about way before the game ever got launched, because Steel City actually came out, I believe at the time it was ESBC, came out and said, you know, this game wasn't going to be made for spammers. It was going to punish people who just wanted to spam, but that isn't the case right now. I mean, people are repeatedly throwing the same strike over and over and over again with no heavy stamina tax on it. And that's really not the way it should be. In my opinion, adding an increased stamina tax on people that are throwing the same strike over and over and over again would really discourage people from wanting to spam the same punch, right? And you get that a lot of the time. Canelo has Liver Destroyer, so does Julio Cesar Chavez, and so does like guys like Joe Frazier, I believe. He has Inside Fighter, I'm sorry. But guys that have the Liver Destroyer perk, they're gonna want to throw left hooks to the body every single time they can. But with the current state of the hooks, you know, that's all they're doing is throwing left hooks to the body, left hook, left hook, left hook, left hook. And that's not without any punishment, and that's not the way it should be. So adding a little bit of a stamina tax, nothing crazy, but if they could add a stamina tax onto, you know, repeated strikes, I feel like it would really, really balance the hook spamming out and create a punishment that, you know, if you wanted to spam hooks, that's fine, but it's going to cost you in the long run with your stamina tax. But that's it for me, my people. I want to hear your guys' opinion on how you guys believe that Undisputed could fix hook spamming in the game right now. I know it's super frustrating, and I know the community right now is in a little bit of has a lot of frustration with Steel City in terms of the game, but you know, we all want this game to be balanced and to be as fun to play as possible. So please drop a comment in the comment section, because like I've told you guys before, the game developers go into content creators videos and streams to see what the community is saying about the game. So there's a high chance that that's going to happen with this video as well. So voice your opinion, my people. They can't fix what they don't know, so please. But that's it from me, my people. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to slap that subscribe button as well as slap that like button. It would be much appreciated, so that way this content gets thrown out into the YouTube algorithm and more people get to come in and experience the great content that I have for you guys here on the channel. But until next time, my people, take it easy, be safe, enjoy the rest of your guys' day, afternoon, evening, depending on where you guys are watching this from, and I will see you guys in the next video.